Coach, do you feel like your team looked different in the second half compared to the first?
Of course. They got a little, it really hurt us when Izzy went down, the rotation and stuff. So, but I'm very proud of my team, you know. So that's part of the game. That's part of the game. Could we have played better? Of course we could have. But it is what it is. I'm proud of this team.
You mentioned Izzy's injury. How big do you think that was, especially on the offensive glass for Connecticut?
I thought it was huge. 17 offensive boards. We didn't do a very good job of boxing out. But at the end of the day, we fought. We gave 110% of effort and energy. It just didn't go our way. We had too many turnovers. We took some quick shots. We weren't able to get back in transition a little bit. So, but the positive part of it is we made our free throws tonight. So that's a great thing.
So for all three of you, as I was waiting to come into here, fans ran down at the end of the game to make sure that they were still cheering you guys on as you were walking off. So what is a moment like that, even in a tough moment, what does that mean?
I feel like we're growing here in Dallas. We had so many fans, and they're always very supportive. They know we gave it our all. We put our hearts in it, so they're always super proud of us, and I can't thank them enough from our whole team.
Yeah, I would just echo that. I think just the time that they put into supporting us means the world, and ultimately it motivates us to just kind of come out, give it our all, day in and day out. And so they've been kind of just consistent throughout the whole year too, so we appreciate them.
And Veronica, it's been a bit of a whirlwind year for you where you've kind of had a lot foisted on you. I may be asking this question too soon, but what do you think of this year, of this season for you?
Yeah, I would just say it's been a journey for sure. I've learned a lot throughout my time, and I think I'm thankful for kind of the teammates and my coaches that have just been very supportive through the ups and the downs and just the mistakes. And I think ultimately I've definitely just grown, and I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for the opportunities that I was given, and at the end of the day, my mindset coming into this year was just be prepared and try and help the team in any way possible.
Coach, what was the message to your team tonight in the locker room? What was the message to your team? What did you say?
After the game?
Yes, in the locker room after the end of the game.
That I was proud of them, and keep your head up. We're building something special here. It was one step, by winning a game in the playoffs, and then the next year it's another step, but we're still building a championship team, and that's what we're looking forward to.
And then Marina, what one word would you use to describe this season? What one word would you use to describe this season? The team, the growth, the steps you all took personally and as a team.
You used my word growth, but I would just say growth. Like every step every year, like Coach said, we're always building, doing better, and we reached our goals this year to get to the playoffs and also win a game. It wasn't exactly what we wanted to do, but perspective is everything. So I guess I'm gonna go with perspective.
Coach, obviously losing your leading scorer when you did this season and still making the playoffs is a huge accomplishment. What do you think the rest of the team learned about themselves and the organization, even when they didn't have Enrique out there?
I think the biggest thing they learn about themselves is they're very good. They're very good when they play together, carry out the offensive and defensive game plan. The biggest thing that I told them when Enrique went out, because that too hasn't really been with us the whole season, but when Enrique went out, just believe in themselves, play together, and play with energy and effort, and that's what they did. They really believed they really believed that they could win. And also I thought, me personally, and you can ask them, I just felt like they had something to prove in a sense. And so they carry that type of attitude. We're still good and we still can win. But you can ask Mabrey that. I don't know exactly their mindset, but that's how I felt. It was more of a focus, more of a determination to get the job done.
This question goes to all three of you. It had been a while since the Wings as an organization had won a playoff game. How is that as a building block for next season and maybe even the season after that?
When you see yourself do something, you believe it more. So, not that we didn't believe before, but watching this horn go off and winning in Connecticut, just a confidence booster. Now we know we can do it, and just back to work. We played a veteran team that's been here plenty of times. They've lost plenty of times. They've won, so they know exactly what it feels like. They know exactly what to do with their backs against the wall, and we lacked that a little bit, so that's okay. It comes with experience, so take the good with the bad.
I think the biggest thing, you wanna go? Yeah. I think the biggest thing last year was very important for us to get that first playoff, to get to the playoffs. I think this year, even though we wanted to go farther, but to get that first win in the playoff, get that experience in a sense. And now next year will be an opportunity to advance to the semifinals, you know, and take the next step forward as a team, offensively and defensively, and continue to build our confidence, our sisterhood, trust, and all the things that comes with a winning team. And more than that is sacrifice. To be on a great team, you have to make sacrifices on both sides of the basketball, offensively and defensively. And I think we have learned that in order to be successful.
I think they covered it all, but I think it just sets the tone for next year for sure.
Coach, can you talk about the ever-changing things that you had to deal with this season, especially late with the injuries and having to remanage roles and things like that, especially during today's game when you lose Izzy?
It's been tough. But these players here, to be honest with you, V and Mabrey has helped me a great deal in a sense where Mabrey was the starting PG for 2/3 of the season, and then the last part of the season, V played the one. I put a lot of pressure on them. I demand a lot from them at the one position, at the PG position. But I thought they did a great job at times taking the responsibility, taking the ownership of what we need to do as a team. Especially V in a sense where this is the first year. I mean, in April, March, she was playing in college, and now she's playing on the biggest stage in the world in women's basketball. The WNBA is the best league in the world, and now she goes from limited minutes to starting minutes. So I thought she did an amazing job as a rookie, and then Mabrey being able to transition to the one this year. I thought she did an amazing job, and then transition back to the two. And defensively, we're not even talking about, yes, she can score the basketball, of course she can, but defensively, the job she did on Bonner and the challenges that she faced defensively, and we put her on quick guards, bigger guards, and she stepped up to the challenge. So I'm very proud of these two players because they had to change multiple roles, play multiple roles offensively and defensively, and I thought they did an amazing job. So for me, it was difficult in a sense, but because I had them, it was a little bit easier.
We'll go last one in the room with Peter here.
What was the thought process behind Enrique's minutes tonight?
Well, to be honest, I wanted her to, she wanted to play, and I wanted her to feel a part of the team in a sense. I thought when we got down 10 that she could come in and give us a little spark. But as the flow of the game, I didn't think she had her rhythm in a sense where they just start running a lot of pick and rolls to her. And so she had to get through screens and stuff like that, and I didn't want to take that chance of her getting re-injured. So.
All right, Andrew, we'll switch over to Zoom questions now. And like I said earlier, if you can't hear them, I'll repeat them so you guys can.
Okay.
First, we're going to go to Rafiq. Rafiq, go ahead and ask your question.
What's your impressions of the team going from last year where it was one and done, a loss in Chicago, to now taking Connecticut, the 3 seed, to game 3?
I really thought that we had an opportunity to win. I mean, we looking at a 3-game series, but this was the 6th time we played Connecticut, you know, so series-wise, we're 3-3, you know, but they won the last game to advance to the semifinals. I love the new format, to be honest with you. Like I said before, I don't mind going on the road with my team. I think we can play and we can win on the road, so I loved it, to be honest with you, but the opportunity last year we lost, and we know the feeling of losing to Chicago and then going to Connecticut and playing 2 games in Connecticut and winning one, having an opportunity to come back and play in front of our fans was amazing, to be honest with you. The fans were loud. They had a lot of energy. It was a great feeling. It's a great feeling.
How have you improved, Mabrey? How have you improved your overall game this past season as compared to your first 3?
I did a lot. I got in better shape. I became a more dynamic scorer, a more physical defender, a better teammate, a more willing passer. I can play the 1, the 2, and the 3. So I'm happy with my progress, but I would like to win a championship too.
Starting with Coach for all 3, though, what is the one thing you're proudest of from this past season and with the team?
I think our growth, taking the next step forward to building a championship team more than anything.
Good answer, Coach. Great answer.
I would say just kind of the perseverance, too, that we've had. I think, as we talked about, we've had a lot of different injuries, a lot of different roles have changed over the course of the year, and ups and downs, and we had kind of losing streaks, and then we were able to turn around and go on a 5-game winning streak and stuff like that. So I would just say, ultimately, the perseverance of this team.
Next question, Andrew. Favorite moment from the playoff series? Marina, lead us off there.
Winning game 2.
Same. Winning game 2.
If you're getting specific, the 3rd quarter.
All right. Thank you, Marina. Thank you, Coach VJ. Thank you, Veronica. And thanks,
So
everybody, for
welcome.
taking
Thank
place.
you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.